Upgrade by Blake Crouch is a sci-fi action thriller book. Now, I do have a history with his author. I was recommended by a close personal friend of mine to read Dark Matter, which I did not like because it was, not because it was short and punchy and quick, but it was not character driven. It was very plot driven with very shallow, one-dimensional characters. And then later I tried to give the author another chance with Recursion, but I DNF'd that one, I think last year maybe. I got a couple hours in, but I just couldn't focus. So, you know, a glutton for punishment, I decided to get the audiobook for Upgrade, his latest action thriller, sci-fi. This one was a little bit better, in my opinion. I was slumping, and I needed something sort of like quick and entertaining. You know, sometimes people like to gatekeep and judge over what people read or watch. You know, they look down on other things. Like I personally sometimes look down on reality TV or, you know, books, romance books, or, you know, young adults. Sometimes people like to, you know, look down on other mediums, but sometimes you just want something entertaining and quick. You don't need to have something expansive, depending on your mood. And I've been slumping this new year for reading. So to get into the story, Upgrade is about Logan Ramsay. He is an agent of the GPA, the Genetic Protection Agency, and they're basically like the FBI, except that they stop genetic crimes. So we're living in the near future where any mad scientist type who's smart enough can start, you know, making crazy stuff, and a small chapter dedicated to just all the different crimes that can be made in the future. So like some weirdo can start, you know, giving himself gills or something, and then, you know, tries to swim away. It would make a really great concept for a television show. So Logan Ramsay's job is to go around and basically capture and stop people who do weird stuff with genetics and genetic editing and things like that. And he has a bit of some emotional baggage because his mother went rogue basically with some locusts, and ended up falling on his shoulder. So he was in prison and he was given a second chance. So now he's with the GPA, and something happens to him and he gets infected by a change agent, which starts to, you know, edit his DNA and make him like a different kind of human, enhanced human basically. So he can now, he has an eidetic memory now, and he can recall anything he's ever read or watched. You know, faster reflexes. It's a really cool magic system of sorts because other characters get upgraded too. There's this character, and they were like a soldier, so when they become enhanced, it enhances their fighting abilities. So if the two of them were to fight, that character would be able to defeat Logan because they already had fighting skills before the upgrade. And then Logan's, his upgrade's more like academic because he's had a bit of a science background, so he would be able to, you know, read some textbooks and do stuff. It's like Limitless, the movie with the pill. It makes you a little bit better, but it doesn't just, it makes you better in different ways depending on what your skills were before you were upgraded, which is really cool aspect of the book. However, the first half of the book is more interesting because it's kind of like a near future thriller. Logan's being upgraded. He doesn't know why, by who. He's got to find out who, keep it a secret from the GPA. When we get the reveal, though, the second half of this book turns into a boring bit of a slog where we no longer sort of identify with the main character's, you know, his viewpoint, and then we bring in some ecological terrorists, I guess, that he has to stop, and it doesn't have quite the same sort of feel as the first half, and it slows down, and underwhelming ending, to be honest. It was still entertaining. Like, I enjoyed the book. I still finished it. It's rather short, which is nice, but I just feel like the characters just weren't quite there. Also, Blake Crouch can't write romance. I'm sorry. There's this line at the end of the book is just so cheesy. It reminded me of Dark Matter. I got like PTSD like flashbacks because Dark Matter had like a scene where a character's like, "I missed you so much. You're like my oxygen," or something, and it was just such a cringy line. And this book has the same sort of thing at the end with the romance. It just slapped. It was like a slap in the face. It just felt like that because it came out of nowhere. So Upgrade by Blake Crouch is an okay read if you're just in the mood for something a little shallow, something quick to enjoy. It's not meant to be the next sci-fi classic. definitely, you know, not up to that level, but it's enjoyable enough. So I give Upgrade a 2.5 out of 5.